Have you ever wondered why people tend to open up to you so easily? Even those you barely know speak to you as if they've waited a long time to be heard. There's a reason, and it begins in your palm. In ancient records, a pattern appears. Those chosen to carry healing often bear a physical mark, a code placed before birth. The letter M, the crescent moon, formed by the natural lines of the hand. These marks are rare. Only the chosen ones have this mark, and among those who do, very few recognize what they truly mean. They are design, a structure chosen by heaven to release balance into the lives of others. When you are near, people feel steadier, emotions surface, silence becomes safe. Your presence makes space for what others could never touch alone. But this design comes with consequence. The energy that brings relief can also become supply. Some begin to depend, not to grow, but to remain attached. They take your energy to keep functioning, while their spirit remains unchanged. And over time, you begin to feel the difference. You leave drained. You carry weight that never belonged to you. Your path slows down while they grow stronger in your light. This is not emotional confusion. This is an energetic system misused. In this message, you'll understand why that keeps happening and how to take back what was given to you with purpose. This is more than information. This is alignment. This is restoration. Listen carefully. What you hear today may shift everything, not just how you see others, but how you carry yourself, how you protect your field, and how you fulfill what was written into your hands. Type in the comments, "I take back my light." Like this message if the weight has been real for you. Subscribe to restore what was placed in your palm long before anyone else could name it. Your hands release more than warmth. They carry a frequency. Each chosen one marked with the letter M, and the crescent moon operates at a specific vibration. This vibration cannot be copied. It is not based on belief, emotion, or intention. It is built into the structure of your being. When you enter a space, this frequency moves before your voice. It reaches people whose systems are fractured. Their field detects yours. Their pain responds. Their chaos slows down. They stabilize, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. This attraction creates a pattern. Souls in pieces move toward your light. They stand close. They sit longer. They call you often. Some seek healing. Some seek comfort. But not all arrive with the same posture. Your frequency also activates those who operate through control. They sense your power. They feel your ability to reset energy. And instead of receiving with respect, they begin to position themselves. They speak from pain, but move with strategy. They attach not for healing, but for access. You do not see a wound, but your body begins to register the pull. After these interactions, your energy fades. You lose clarity. Your chest feels compressed. Your thoughts blur. These are not feelings. These are extractions. Each time you extend presence to someone who resists change, the exchange becomes one way. You provide the charge. You open the flow. Your hands were made to transmit healing into lives ready to move forward. They were not built to fuel systems that remain stagnant. But the line between help and harm blurs when the same people return again and again, carrying the same pain, asking for the same comfort, offering the same collapse. You feel the weight in your nervous system. You feel the drain in your skin. This is not fatigue from effort. This is what happens when your light is used to hold up someone who refuses to carry themselves. These individuals do not leave when balance returns. They return when your energy rises. They follow your cycles. They rely on your strength. Your field becomes their battery. You feel the weight in your nervous system. You feel the drain in your skin. This is not fatigue from effort. This is what happens when your light is used to hold up someone who refuses to carry themselves. These individuals do not leave when balance returns. They return when your energy rises. They follow your cycles. They rely on your strength. Your field becomes their battery. Some of these patterns are held by people you know. Others come through silence, distance, memory, or unseen agreements. Not all of them seek help. Some seek control, and what feeds through them does not always come from this world. Energy does not disappear. It moves. It shifts. And when a chosen one releases light, that light does not vanish into the air. It becomes substance for other systems. Not all humans carry the same capacity to hold divine current. Some lost that connection long ago. Their system no longer receives from the source. But survival still demands fuel. So they turn to those who still radiate. Your light becomes their solution. Not through open request, but through hidden attachment. They surround you quietly. They speak with need. Their story never changes. Their crisis never ends. Every time they speak, something in you opens. Every time you respond, something in them feeds. This exchange builds slowly. It wears your field thin. It numbs your senses. It keeps you busy with their wounds while your own alignment fades. Beyond the human layer, other forces take form. Some are not visible. Some do not belong to this dimension. These entities track frequency. They gather around sorrow, guilt, and emotional chaos. They do not speak directly. They ride emotions. They ride unresolved memories. They travel through low vibrations that live in your system. Every time you carry the pain of someone else without clarity, you open a door. That door does not close on its own. Certain people around you serve as open links. They carry no intention to harm, but their field has become a gateway. You feel it as pressure when they enter the room. Your chest tightens. Your thoughts scatter. Your body becomes restless. They may appear as family. They may appear as trusted friends. They speak about love. They ask for help. But behind their presence, there is a thread. And that thread connects to something far older, far colder, far more calculating than human need. Entire systems can operate this way. Families that depend on one empath to keep the peace. Communities that remain intact through the sacrifice of one member's health. Spiritual groups that flourish while one person grows weaker in silence. These systems recognize light and assign it a function, carry the weight for everyone else. This weight has symptoms. The body begins to break. Sleep becomes shallow. Your voice loses force. Your sense of clarity fades. The signal is simple. Healing energy has been intercepted. And what was once offered in love is now sustaining something built on control. The body gives clear signs when energy loss becomes unsustainable. These signs do not arrive all at once. They show up slowly, through patterns that repeat beneath the surface. You begin to carry the emotions of others without asking. Their fear stays with you. Their sadness lingers in your chest. You leave conversations feeling heavier than when they began. You become the emotional anchor for the people around you. You calm them. You hold space for them. You keep them steady. And while they find peace, you begin to fade. Your light moves outward constantly. You remain the source in dark rooms, the one who always holds the weight. But something in you grows quiet. Your inner space stops refilling. You wake up tired. You sleep without rest. Your dreams break into fragments. You drift inside your own life. This is not emotional imbalance. This is energy loss at the core of your system. Your body slows. Your decisions blur. Your memory thins out. You begin to forget what joy feels like in your own hands. The system that once delivered healing now runs on reserve. You begin to disappear from your own experience. But others still come. They still reach for you. They still expect what you can no longer give without cost. This is not sacrifice. This is depletion. What once felt like service now becomes survival for everyone else. They feed on your capacity to stay calm. They orbit your silence. They lean into your stillness. And each time, they take more. The people closest to you no longer feel heavy, but your own spirit begins to lose weight. You give presence. You give comfort. You give light. And nothing returns. The body is not confused. It speaks through exhaustion, numbness, and disconnection. The hands lose their temperature. The chest stays tight. You speak less, not because you choose silence, but because your words lose power. This is not collapse. This is transfer without balance. Your energy now sustains others. You have become the current that keeps them standing. The signal is clear. Your system is being used to maintain what no longer holds itself. And the longer you remain open without awareness, the faster your own light fades. The next step begins when you recognize who benefits from your silence. The system built around your energy knows exactly how much it depends on you. Every time you feel weak, someone else regains clarity. Every time your mind drifts, someone close to you feels grounded. The exchange is active, measured, and consistent. You stand at the center, holding together relationships, emotions, and spiritual spaces that rely on your presence to function. This is not a role you chose. This is a structure that formed around you, slowly, with layers of emotional obligation and unspoken expectation. Awareness changes everything. The moment you see the pattern, the flow begins to shift. When you recognize that your light holds up entire emotional systems, you start to question who is truly growing and who is simply staying close to keep drawing from you. Recognition breaks routine. The flow stops running on automatic, and the system feels it instantly. The people and energies surrounding you sense when change begins. They feel the shift in your eyes, your silence, your questions, and they respond quickly. They remind you of your role. They ask for help. They speak of connection, loyalty, and shared history. Not to build with you, but to pull you back into position. They do not push with force. They pull with guilt. They soften your strength with carefully chosen need. They hold up mirrors of duty, sacrifice, and identity. You were not locked down with chains. You were surrounded with emotion. Your compassion was praised, used, then claimed. They placed weight in your hands and called it trust. They placed silence in your chest and called it wisdom. And all the while, they took what you did not know you were giving. This strategy is older than words. It moves through families, spiritual groups, communities, and partnerships. It moves through the smile of someone who always needs saving. It moves through the message that says you are the only one who understands. It moves through the fear that if you step back, everything will fall apart. But the deeper truth remains. When you remember who you are, you no longer feed what was never meant to survive through you. When the memory returns, so does the boundary. When your voice speaks from clarity, the silence can no longer shape your choices. Your presence starts to take up space again, not as a supporter, but as a center of alignment. They are not confused about what you carry. That is why they work so hard to keep your focus away from yourself. The longer you forget, the longer the structure holds. The longer you stay quiet, the longer they stay full. The pattern breaks the moment you reclaim what was always yours. And once that begins, the system that stood on your shoulders must either transform or fall. Your light does not belong to everyone. Your presence was not designed to be a resource for systems built on imbalance. What you carry is sacred. It was placed in you with purpose, direction, and design. That purpose remains unchanged. But the way your energy has been used must be brought back into alignment. You do not need to cut anyone out. You do not need confrontation. You need clarity. You need to reclaim what was given freely, but has since been taken without care. This is not a fight. This is a return. You are not removing people. You are restoring the current to its original channel. The people who feed on your energy will notice the shift. They may not understand it, but they will feel it. Their access narrows. Their influence weakens. Their ability to use your light without your permission begins to fade. This does not happen through argument. It happens through action. This is how you begin. Find a quiet space. Sit or stand with your spine straight. Place one hand over your chest, your dominant hand if possible. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath for a moment, then exhale slowly. Repeat this 7 times. 7 is the number of spiritual order. 7 resets the field. As you breathe, imagine the energy that has been scattered across time, space, and relationship. Imagine the words spoken over you, the roles assigned, the expectations that claimed your light. Now speak clearly. I reclaim all healing energy that has been used outside its purpose. I call back what was taken from my field. I bring it home. Let each word land with weight. You are speaking to your system. You are giving instruction to your body. You are resetting the access point. Then, open your hands. Turn your palms upward. Keep them open, not toward any person, not toward any image. Just open to the one who placed the marks in your hand. Say nothing for a moment. Let the stillness work. This posture signals that your energy now flows through divine agreement, not emotional obligation. You are no longer a source to be accessed by need alone. You become a vessel again, deliberate, protected, clear. In the hours and days that follow, some people may grow distant, some may become louder, some may accuse, guilt, or press closer. This is the reaction of systems losing supply. This is the shaking that comes when a structure loses its hidden foundation. You are not responsible for their discomfort. You are responsible for your alignment. Every step you take in reclaiming your energy shifts the atmosphere. The emotional field clears. The physical body begins to settle. You stop leaking energy into spaces that refuse growth. Your presence becomes intentional again. Your healing begins to nourish those truly ready, not those who stay stuck. This is the beginning of separation, not in distance, but in frequency. You remain present, but no longer available for misuse. Your light belongs where it creates movement, not maintenance. Your hands are ready to serve again. Not everyone, but those aligned with truth. And those who once lived through you will now face themselves, because the current no longer flows in their direction. It returns to the one who carries it. From this point forward, you walk with your energy intact. Your hands carry a current that moves lives. That current does not exist for entertainment, distraction, or comfort. It exists to shift people into clarity. It exists to wake something inside those who are ready to carry their own light. Every time you extend energy without direction, You place what is sacred into hands that may never hold it with honor. Not everyone is meant to access your field. Not every need is yours to answer. Not every cry is a call from God. Your hands are not public property. They were sealed with signs from heaven, M and Crescent, because they carry a function different from the rest. It is built for precise release. You are not a fire to be burned by anyone who feels cold. You are a code carrier, a bridge, a key. When you give without choosing, you invite misuse. The energy you pour into people who stay in the same patterns does not grow them. It sustains their stagnation. It keeps the broken system running. It allows dependency to wear the mask of relationship. It lets dysfunction wear the robe of family. It gives silence to guilt. It gives rest to the very forces that drain you. You are not here to save the world. You are here to activate those assigned to awaken. You are here to carry power with boundaries. You are here to recognize the difference between helping and being harvested. Your light is not a resource for the lazy, the manipulative, or the spiritually asleep. Every time you allow unchecked access, you violate the design placed in your hands. When you stay open to everyone, you become invisible to yourself. When you give to all, you lose sight of who can truly walk with you. The cost is never just fatigue. The cost is distortion. Your vision closes. And slowly, your path begins to belong to others. Those who never earned it. Those who never asked for it. Those who only stayed because your light was easier than their growth. Now is the time to mark the boundary. Not with words, with presence, with energy, with direction. Speak it aloud. Write it below. I take my light back. Let this be the signal across the field. Let every connection feel the shift. Let every spiritual link reorder itself according to truth. Like this message if the words speak what you have carried in silence. Subscribe to receive the next transmission. We will walk into the structure of protection, how to build a spiritual shield that holds your healing gift in safety and denies access to anything unclean, unclear, or unaligned. Your hands are sacred. Your presence is not a public offering. You were chosen to carry light, not to be consumed by darkness pretending to need you. From this point forward, every release must answer to heaven, not to habit, not to guilt, not to noise. You do not owe your light to anyone. You owe it to the purpose that sent it.